Okay, hang on. Ha! There I am. Wow. Boy, that makes a difference. Okay, see, I told you. It's all about learning this again, right? All the new things. I think every week something new pops up in the technology, social media, that world. So I just wanted to get on quick and I want to talk about connection today because connection is so important. Hey, Tina, how are you? It's important to all of us. And I think it's something that we've all experienced collectively. We've all experienced a loss of that in some way, shape, or form over the last several years. And whether we've gotten back to that in a normal way or not, varies on each of our stories. So, because this is something that's on my heart, one of the things in particular that I've been working on is just this idea of bringing back the lost art of reconnecting women. And we can look at this on a bigger scale of decades of bringing back the lost art of women over the decades. We can look at this out over the last couple of years and everything that we've been through. But we've been significantly impacted over the last several years in the loss of connection and the loss of each other. And, I was just online reading some stats about some of the things that, in particular, and I'm just speaking to women today and not, at all trying to do that in any way, but this is for women today. And, this idea that 7 out of 10 women who experienced negative shifts in their routine as a result of what's been happening over the last couple of years believe that their career progression will slow. Workload, taking care of the laundry and the kids and the grocery shopping, and some of us having to teach our kids. Now, thankfully, we're at a stage with our kids where our kids were old enough that they could get online. The teachers were there and taught them. They kept online, with their schedules and their classes and the things that they had to do. But I have friends that had a lot of kids at home, a lot of little kids at home, and so they were juggling all the balls, their careers and the things that they had to do. And all of these have taken a toll on our connection, right? The overexhaustion, the overwhelm, the having too many things to do. I hear the word busy, busy, busy. I'm too busy, Kim. I'm too busy, Kim. And then when I get together, it's like we're all craving this again, but it's almost like we've forgotten how to do it. And so when we get together, we're not necessarily even authentically connecting in the same ways. And it's like we're relearning how to do this again, relearning how to step back into the world and do this again. And it's so important. It's such an important part of growth and moving forward and all of the things that we have no control over, in getting things done, in bringing back the energy that we don't feel like we have. When we connect with each other, it increases everything. It increases our ability to be able to do things that we don't feel like alone we have the ability to do. So this is a really, really important thing that I think we need to focus more on. I think we need to focus more on this idea of how do we get back together in a way where we can support each other and uplift each other. And that doesn't mean that we physically have to be together. It also doesn't mean that we have to be online together. It doesn't mean that we have to necessarily be face to face. It's just this idea of, internally, women have this innate ability to love well, to nurture well, to have a lot of compassion, for the world and for each other and for the people that are in it. So how can we use that every day? And what if in connecting with every woman, what if in just saying yes to, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to just put myself in to supporting other women out there in whatever it is. And just saying that, not necessarily committing to time or to having to go somewhere or do anything, just simply saying yes to, I'm in for supporting women in some way. What if in coming together, we can create an energy that raises the tide in everything we do? What if we have the key to changing everything that's divided us? Everything that's been painful and negative and ugly and seems impossible in the world right now. What if the possibility is that we all connect together, that we all say yes to living a better way, to looking at that person in the grocery store and instead of judging them by what they are wearing or they aren't wearing, or the way their hair is or the way their hair isn't, or the fact that they're smiling, or maybe they're not smiling. What if there was no judgment? What if there was curiosity in, she's another woman and she has a story. She has a story. She's just experienced something that I've experienced. She's walked through the same couple of years that I have. Now, the experiences within that, of course, are very different, right? And I had this in my own journey with cancer, this collective experience where when I walk into a room with a bunch of other women or humans that have all had cancer, we just have this understanding between us. We know it's been hard. We know it's not been easy. We know there have been ups, there have been downs. There is a different story to be told in each of our lives of how that went for us, what our experience looked like. And it's the same with all of us as women, right? Whether you have kids or you don't have kids, whether you've been a mom or you're a grandma or you're a retired person or you're somebody still growing up in the world, you're a teenager and you're just starting to learn all of the things. We have some things in common as women, and we've been through something collectively together, no matter what that experience has been. So if we can join together in that and get curious about what we can do and how we can do it, I think we can make a really huge impact. So this is all about a movement. This has been building in me for 13 years. And, the last several years have really opened the door to something that I think women are craving. And if we can get outside of the box that we've put ourselves in thinking that, gosh, when she talks about this, I want this. But like Tina says, this feels awkward, with some of our friends. And it does feel awkward, but it doesn't have to feel awkward because you've experienced something just like I've experienced. And then within that larger experience, we've each had our own individual. And if we can just have compassion for that and stop hating on each other for all the smaller issues, all the smaller things, and put together, connect that love and connect that compassion and connect that nurturing, because we're amazing at that. We really are. And when you join that together, that force just gets stronger and stronger and stronger. And it bleeds out into our homes and our communities, and it makes everything look better and brighter. And what we need is hope. We need hope. We need hope that all this uncertainty and all this ugliness and all these things that we have no control over, and we never will, that we have hope, and that somehow standing together, it can be better, it can be different, and that we can make a difference. And that's exciting to me because I do believe at the core of everything, whether it was Because that I created, or Be a Thriver that I created, or Be Unstoppable, or Be Inspired, the big event that we have planned coming up, whatever it is, I have always believed that, responsibility starts with us. We have absolutely the ability to make a change because we have the choice to make a change in ourselves first. So I want to do that together. So I'm hesitant to even say this because once you say it, it's like, oh gosh, right? So I'm committed to coming online more often and just talking about some of the things, with anyone that wants to talk about things. How can we join together? What does that look like? Let's get real, right? I come on here today and I might seem like, yeah, but Kim, I always say this, the yeah buts. What are the yeah buts that you have? Yeah, but connection's great, Kim, but that's not a reality. In the state that I live in, it's X, Y, and Z. Or, in the family that I live in or the situation that I'm in, it's X, Y, and Z. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How can I help you be seen? How can I help you be heard? How can I support you? And how can the people that can come to this space support each other? What can we do to start supporting each other so that the yeah buts, we can get rid of the yeah buts and we can do more and be more and all of the things. And yeah, Tina, so the event that, so just a side note, sidebar. Tina was part of the original event, an event that we had planned back in 2009 prior to my cancer diagnosis. And we canceled that in August, and she had come back for that. And so it's on the books again, girl. So I'll talk more about that too. But this is just all about bringing women together in a positive way, supporting each other, changing our hearts, changing our minds around things, and really giving each other hope that there is something that we can do moving forward. So I hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you back because I did commit to coming back again, and I'll figure this whole technology thing out at some point. There's all these fancy buttons, all these things I can do. I can put banners, I can change out my name, I can do different colors, I'll figure it out at some point. I still haven't really figured out Instagram. I do the basic like 10 year ago, post the picture with the little thing. Sometimes I do a hashtag. I don't even know that I'm hashtagging right. That's okay. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's just about showing up and doing the best you can. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, I hope you all have a wonderful day. Keep connection on your mind. Get curious about that. If you take anything away from today, ask yourself, what does connection mean to me? Where is it at in my life right now? And how could I, or what could I do to improve that in some way? And really expand that outside of maybe what a traditional definition of connection might look like. All right, take care and have a great day. See you later, guys.